And the poll question on Instagram is simple. Do the Philadelphia Eagles need Carson Wentz to get back to the Super Bowl? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, I don't think Carson Wentz is going to make that difference. Carson Wentz is gifted. Carson Wentz is special. I think Carson Wentz is going to be a star in the National Football League. I'm not poo-pooing any of that. But what I'm saying to you is based on what we saw from Nick Foles, I don't believe there's that big of a difference. Here's the reality of the situation if we really want to get down to it. If the Philadelphia Eagles make sure, if they ensure that the road to the Super Bowl must come through Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, I believe the Philadelphia Eagles are going back to the Super Bowl. If it doesn't, they're not. I don't think the Saints are coming into Philadelphia and beating the Eagles. I don't think the Los Angeles Rams are coming into Philadelphia and beating the Eagles. I don't think the Minnesota Vikings, we saw what the Eagles did to them in the NFC Championship game last year, and Kirk Cousins ain't going to make any damn difference when it comes to that. I firmly believe that. There is only one man, and one man only, who can go into Lincoln Financial Field and not be the least bit fazed by the heat the Philadelphia Eagles were throwing his direction. There's only one man who can do this. There's only one man who can stand up to that heat in Philadelphia and find a way to overcome it. There's only one man where no matter what the locale is, no matter how hostile the confines are, no matter how uncomfortable it is, no matter the inclement weather, whether it's hot, whether it's cold, if it's raining and snowing and sunshine, if you got a bunch of drunks throwing beer at him or a bunch of choir boys singing la 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 to him, it doesn't matter. There's only one man who can go into Philadelphia and sit up there and look them dead in their face with Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox and the rest of the crew and literally shrug them off his shoulder and say, mere bag of shells. There's only one man that can do that. And I'll give you a hint who that is. He's a bad man. Aaron Rodgers. That's it. There is no one else in the NFL, including the great, underappreciated, future Hall of Famer that is Drew Brees. There is no one, not even him, who would go into Philadelphia and beat the Philadelphia Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line in the NFC Conference. There's only one man that can do it, and his name is Aaron Rodgers. It's that simple. I don't see Green Bay having a better regular season record than the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't see the Green Bay Packers positioning themselves to have a playoff game against the Eagles at Lambeau Field with an NFC championship on the line. Could the Eagles lose before them? Certainly, it happens. But with a Super Bowl berth on the line, there's only one man that can get it done under such adverse circumstances. And he's a bad man. Aaron Rodgers. That's it. Nobody else. So let's be clear. Having said all of that, Philadelphia Eagles have Nick Foles. Now, we all know that Nick Foles had his resume contaminated, but that was because he was playing for Jeff Fisher. Look at the Los Angeles Rams offense with Jeff Fisher, and look at them a year later when Sean McVay took over. 1 year. That's how big of a difference Sean McVay was. That's why Jeff Fisher is out of the league forever as a head coach. I'm trying to tell you right now, I might go bald, voluntarily that is, if Jeff Fisher was to ever become a head coach of the NFL again. 16 years as a coach. 22 years as a coach. 16 years missing the playoffs. No. Only thing worse than Jeff Fisher getting a head coaching job is Marvin Lewis keeping his. Marvin Lewis, and ladies and gentlemen, I want to preface this comment. I'm a black man. who has been a strong, unapologetic advocate for opportunities for African Americans in the sport of football and others as head coaches or executives for franchises. And I am telling you right now, if you need a protest, if you need a rally calling for Marvin Lewis to be fired, I'd be at the front of the line. Not for him as a head coach, because I think that he's knowledgeable enough about football, and he has taken the Cincinnati Bengals to the playoffs 7 times, including 5 straight years at one point. I think Marvin Lewis could be a head coach, and I'd have no problem with him being a head coach anywhere else, but not in Cincinnati. There is no coach alive that deserves to be a head coach for 15 straight years, having never won a playoff game. As far as I'm concerned, the Cincinnati Bengals have the worst ownership in the NFL. They are the ones who give their local fans the proverbial finger. They stick it right up in their face and they say, go kick rocks. We don't give a damn about what you think or how you feel. You mean nothing to us. Our priority is not winning. It's saving money. Because that's what keeping Marvin Lewis on the job as the head coach does. It's that simple. And I only say that not knowing the man at all on any level. I've only met him once in my life. I have nothing against Marvin Lewis other than the fact that he's never won a playoff game in 15 years. That is an atrocity. He could be a head coach anywhere else. He does not deserve to be the head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals any longer. And it is a travesty